What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades, and I got really caught up in the game that last time. I got caught up in the drama. I should have ended it earlier, but that's my fault. I was gonna actually keep going, but I was waiting for like a clear place to end. But I'm still here. I'm still jazzed, and let's keep going. Peh! I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here somewhere else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Excuse me. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blindly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can. What? That's it? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. What will Maya say? I'm guessing I present the photo. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. Objection! That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please! Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart? What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course! I said I could. I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. I'm not sure this is how actual courts work. How Mr. Edgeworth was... You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out of the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem. You use binoculars? Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold on to your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. I love you. Once I was finished setting up a camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, got an automatic. Since you were concerned here is with Mrs. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant in this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to the case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes! This is a make it or break it time. Camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, huh? Miss Wright, I will not have you badger my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you who saw Mr. Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog, but you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. There is a lot of room for doubt. You can't see through thick fog, no matter how good your binoculars are. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karma contradictions I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Okay, so I'm definitely thinking it's still like the frickin' photo. Because it's foggy. It doesn't change anything. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? Take a look at this photograph. Look at this photograph! This was taken on an automatic setting, was it not? Yeah, that's right. You have to point a camera upward to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. But as this photograph clearly shows, the camera was pointed directly at the lake. Oof! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? I think it's I don't know. Oh wait, no, hold on. Hold on. I got it. What was Mr. Hart trying to take a photograph of the lake? The monster, the Gordy thing, whatever that is. I knew that was gonna come back at some point. I'm like, it has to. It was mentioned. Miss Hart, if this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I think I have proof. Yeah, I have proof. It's the camera, because it's pointing at the lake. I can't believe I didn't think about this before, but I'm just like, how is it pointing horizontally if she says she's pointing at meteors? Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. Here's proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster. The camera! The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun is fired in the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are you all lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were heading the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to, and I'm going to spot it. Karma's nervous. He's hiding it for some reason. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Wow, okay. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what scoop I'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out to the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I would just watch the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat the whole time, crossed my heart, hope to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in your mind. Ha! That will be a first. Very funny. You understand this is your last chance at the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Let's press all of them as usual. If I get like something wrong, then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's not that kind of business. I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year, and guess what? What? There was a UFO. You know, unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I heard that sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news as rumor of the month qualifies. Last month's show was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yup, borrowed it from a friend at the university. And analyzed every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yup. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. Oops. I think it's time you told us why you thought you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if the word got out that I was up to, the lake could be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Sorry I keep going in and out of the voices. Like, I'm not really good at voice acting. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually. Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karm, I know you told her to keep it quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know, if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops, I'm getting there. Saw a flash near one of the man's hands and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe it was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore neither. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Okay. Let me just look at my evidence real quick. So, a picture when a loud noise is detected faces the lake. Sometime on 24/25 causes one bullet shot to the heart. Automatically, Okay, so what I'm thinking here is that the gun was fired 3 times, or at least so far in the testimony she heard 2. Therefore, the camera should have taken another one. Well, I guess what Phoenix is going for is that like that this statement when she was like, "I'm watching the whole lake." You were there for Gordy. Why weren't you like scanning? So let's do the Gordy, what he's going for. Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. There's anything out there, any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness on a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I wasn't sure I was watching the boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took the photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She had a photograph to prove it, but you really can't tell from the photo who's in the shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality of mic, but it should let us see who's who. She enlarged the photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Oh, wait, no, what? Miss Hart, look at this photo. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the ones who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. I think it's illegal for a prosecution attorney to withhold evidence. What's the meaning of this, Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of the evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added. Happy now, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. A little good has done it at any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. The gun is different. Yeah, look, the gun is different. Because look, this one looks like it's the gun, right? Let me look at the... Because like the gun, like... it looks like a normal like handgun, not like whatever we have. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. Oh, it's the left hand. They said that Edgeworth was shooting with the right. I was thinking the pistol. The hand. The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence. The left hand contradicts. And it's the gun. Because, Edgeworth's right hand, yeah. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in the photo is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Larry! The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Because like Edgeworth said it earlier, so why wouldn't it be something in the game? Order! Order! So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Order! Mr. Montcalm, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for a day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is adjourned. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there in the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that. Hear you say that, Edgeworth jerk. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. And that is where we're going to end the part. I'm actually going to end it on time for once, because that's actually a good place to stop. We're going to a new day. I got caught up in the drama last time, but at least we're progressing. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me from the series, hit the subscribe button. And you're next in the Shadyverse, my name's Shades, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!